Guys, this is Xpotics, and I'm going to be doing a PC building video for you guys. So I'm swapping all these components into this case right here. So yeah, it's a nicer case, not like, you know, crazy high end or anything like that, but it's an improvement, and got a PSU shroud and just way better cable management, and yeah. So I'm going to be taking apart it and showing you step by step how to build a PC in the process. So yeah. So we got a Thermaltake Smart 80 Plus. I think it's just white, 80 Plus white. I'm not exactly sure, I'm sorry. It's a 700 watt power supply with a Phenom 2 X4 955. And there's the motherboard right there. M4A7B Pro with 8 gigs of memory. And it's got, you know, it's pretty old motherboard. See, it has the ribbon for the disk drive and one of the hard drives right there. I'm eventually getting an SSD for it, but right now I'm sticking with this 500 gig a 500 gig hard drive right here, and a 240 gig hard drive as well with a 550 Ti in it. So that is what I'm dealing with. I'm also going to be putting some RGB ring fans in here because I have some laying around. So I'm going to put, I think I can put 2 up there. Sorry, they're reflection. So I think I can put 2 up there, if I'm not mistaken. And 1 in the exhaust, and then maybe 2 right there in the front. Sorry, there's reflections everywhere, I'm sorry. But yeah. So I'm switching it up a little bit. I'm going to probably use the 560 Ti, but I'm going to test it real quick with the RX 470. This thing crashes on me and gives me blue screen, so it's like, it's more powerful, like huge difference in performance, but blue screening all the time, you can't, you know, you gotta go with something that won't. It's really rough, you know, it breaks my heart. But yeah, I took apart this case a little bit so I can get to the fans, green ring fans, 3 of them, and then this is, I think, shitty little green garbage, like not even illuminated very well, you know. But I'm gonna use that probably in the front, and then these up top right here, and then 1 exhaust one. So that's perfect, you know what I mean? So these 2 end pins right here, so my hand's a little dirty, got bent back like flat as a pancake, so it wasn't seeing this drive, and I was kind of curious. I went into Disk Manager and it didn't pop up. I couldn't like see a drive, only this one. So 250 gig and a 500 gig. I'm gonna see if me fixing that and I can get a solid connection on the ribbon when I plug it in and shite. So yeah, the Phenom 2 955. Focus totally upside down. There we go. So I'm shaking, I have a little coffee. And then 8 gigs of DDR2 800 megahertz. IO Shield, of course. Hate when people don't include that. And shitty cooler. It's pretty bad, but I'm not gonna overclock it, and I cleaned it up best I could. I didn't have any alcohol. Kind of drank it all. Just kidding. To clean that better, you know. So I'm gonna show you how to build it. If you're really new to PC gaming, or just like looking at people's, you know, videos about it, it's always cool. So yeah, those are the components. Nothing crazy, nothing amazing out of this world, you know what I mean? But I have it laying around, and I just wanted to put it in a different, better body, you know? It deserves it. I'm complimenting you guys. Yeah, the lighting is not the best. I am sorry. Pop the retention arm up. You see that it has a little triangle right there. You want to look where the motherboard has the triangle. You can kind of see right there. And then just pop that in there right there. And then wiggle it around to make sure it's 100% secure, and not like, no pressure at all. Just completely, just let it be, let it go in, and then wiggle it around a little bit. Put the arm down, and there we go. So a lot of people, you know, say that a lot of people say that like P size is like the best. So I think I watched a video on Gamers Nexus, check him out. So what he did was he did like a pea size. So he did it like a pea size, and then he just kind of, this tool is meant to spread the CPU thermal paste. So, not the best lighting for me. I think you guys can see a little bit better. But yeah, just completely cover the CPU so you can't see anything, but not thick. We don't want a thick boy. We just want it to cover it completely. So there we are. I didn't add any more at all. I just spread it, and I did a pretty good job, I think. It's pretty flat. But, you know, when you move it, you know, you have a pea size, you're doing it for the first time, you're trying to hook it up and everything, you might move it, and like, it's just not gonna be the best. This is gonna be the best right here. The pea size is just not gonna do it. Not as efficient as this. Alright, so every, you know, socket is different. If it's AMD or Intel, their socket is different how you line it up, but this specific one has two little clips right here. It faces down on both sides, and you have to hook one to one side, and then you got this arm right here to adjust. So I just hook it, kind of put it in. 1 second. Okay, and make sure one side's all the way good. And I put it down, place this arm up. Did I get it? I did not. Fail. 1 second. Okay, I got it. This is pretty easy. And there we go, sorry. And you close that down. And nothing at all. Perfectly fine. And there we go. Perfectly secured. And find the CPU fan header. Pop that in. You got cables chilling right here, but I'll tidy that up. So, memory. Make sure these little arms right here are completely back all the way. And you'll see you have little fingers right here. Make sure they go completely, like look on the side, so you make sure you're doing it. It can only go one way, so you mess it up, you forcefully do it, you're gonna break it. And so if you have only 2 sticks, you want to go to the 2nd and 4th one, but if you have 4 sticks and you can fill them up, then of course doesn't matter which one goes, how it's get like realigned, you know. This one's a little older, and I've had motherboards where I put memory in and it's not as hard as this one, so just make sure you go in the slot, of course. My lighting is awful. So sorry. There we go. Don't just do one side, force, you know, because it might work, but just best to do solid pressure so it goes in smoothly. There we go. Okay, well that's after you install the CPU and the memory and the cooler, I like to take apart my case, put in the power supply, and you got 4 screws, obviously you can screw them in. And then I like to put the fans where I need them, because and move the cables to where I want them to go, so when I'm ready I can tidy up everything. Just so everything's kind of ready and I'm not like fighting with the motherboard, CPU, everything like installed, and then I'm fighting like cables and stuff. I just like to do it this way better. So I installed the power supply, fan facing down. I have a filter at the bottom, so cooler air can rise and can get fresh air, and the additional, if the fan was facing up, then you get additional heat in the case where you're trying to dissipate it with all the fans. So I got the power supply like that. I don't have another 120 millimeter fan, so I just have this one for intake. I have a disk drive, including this one, because you need a disk drive, even if you pick up a game that's, you know, it's a disc and you want it was a good deal or something, you know, it's just best to have a disk drive. So I have these facing out, they're exhausts, and I had to take off this panel right here and the front panel to get to this fan right here, and then I have the exhaust fan right here as well. So yeah, so you can either place your PC on the table, it's laying down, or standing up. But if you're doing it standing up, I mean, you get it in the I/O, and then you screw down one screw, and then maybe another one in the corner, and then just kind of keep on screwing the rest. But or you can lay it down. Some people do that as well. It's just whatever you prefer, I guess. But if it's a new case or an old case, doesn't matter. Just make sure these are completely tightened. And also make sure you put them in the right spot. So put your motherboard up to it, and it should cover all the standoffs. So it should be completely good. You shouldn't have any extra standoffs hitting your motherboard. It could possibly be shorted out and kill it. So just make sure all your standoffs are in the right spot and you're good to go. So I just put the motherboard, the ports and everything, you know, I put it in there completely like it was supposed to go, and I screwed one little screw up top, and she's not moving at all. So just finish with the screwing. And after you properly screw all the screws down to the motherboard standoffs, then you got your 24 pin, which has a notch right here, and then you have a notch right here, little clip. And they will come apart in a 20 and a 4. See, it's by itself right here, little slot. Mine's not coming off right now, so that's good. Nice solid click. Make sure everything is properly flushed with it. Ketchup and mustard cable. I have to just cover that up a little bit. All right, so your case has, you know, power and USB hubs, you know, ports on them. So you need to connect those, and also HD audio. So your HD audio is right there. It might be located a little bit differently on, it might be right there in this general area. Depends. Usually motherboards have them down here though. And then also, you gotta connect these. You also have to connect these right here. So you have to either follow directions or look on your manual, but they usually go the same way. And you got your USB as well, and then your SATA ports. So also your CPU, it's a 4-pin or an 8-pin usually. Sometimes on higher end motherboards it's an 8 plus a 4 or whatever, but it has also a little clip right there you can see. And then take your CPU cable, and you got cutouts for it. Let me see. So wherever it's, see the box and then the kind of like angle, and you're gonna, you know, put it in like this. So just double check which one goes where. So after you hook everything up, it should look a lot like that, and depends on the color. Like, I'm pretty sure that the color means it's positive and the black one's negative. I wish these were like black, you know, like little tips on them or something like that. But that's how I have mine set. So after you have everything plugged in correctly, and next is the hard drives or SSDs, whatever you got. This one's a little smaller and had the proper mounting holes, except I couldn't get that one threaded in. I don't know if I damaged it somehow, but 3 out of 4, pretty damn good. I'm gonna call it good. And I put the other one in here. Looking halfway decent. So just hooking with the 4-pin Molex, hooking up your fans, and this one still needs to be attached, which you can daisy chain them just by plugging them in to a couple of them. And this hard drive is super old, so it takes 4-pin Molex to power it. And just when you're done with cables, you know, just put them and tuck them in so you can focus on the other ones to just keep on, you know, as you go, just tidy it up and make sure everything's perfect. So this is your SATA power right here. So you got a little tip right here. You can focus right here. And you look on your hard drive or SSD. That's where it goes right there. So just plug her in. There you go. And you got your SATA cable right here. That also goes right next to it. Just plug that in. And this will plug directly into the motherboard. And this is to the hard drive right here. I'm gonna put in SATA 1. Okay, and I also, instead of the old disk drive, I put a Blu-ray disk drive in it because the cable that I had couldn't reach the hard drive down here and the disk drive up here. So, yep. So here's to the Blu-ray drive. SATA 2. Just rerouting them a little bit because I didn't like how it looked. So hard drive goes in the first one, or SSD, and then your disk drive. If you have multiple hard drives, just plug them in, whatever, you know. But I don't think it matters. Maybe in older motherboards, I think I've ran into an issue like that. But it's just best practice. Just whatever your operating system is on an M.2 or just a regular, you know, SATA SSD. Have your operating system on SATA 1. Just do it. You won't have like issues. So. Alright, so everything's looking pretty good. Now to install the graphics card, make sure your brackets, wherever they are on the motherboard, that lines up with the PCIe slot. The graphics card just slides in. Nice steady pressure until you hear a click or a little tab goes. And this RX 470 takes a 6-pin power. So you got little clips, just follow the placement. Oh man, it's long, I just have to zip tie it. Okay, well, I got everything hooked up properly. I'm just gonna do some tidying up and cable management. Wish this was a black cable right here. Can't be too picky though. Yeah, she's looking all right. Before. How's that looking, guys? I spent a good amount of time tidying her up. I think I did a pretty good job with cable management, and I worked with what I had. I think I did a pretty damn nice job. So I have not turned it on yet. Power switch on the power supply, and fans are working. CPU cooler fan. Graphics card is working as well, spinning at least. Nothing on display yet. So I have it on DVI. Let me see. Let's see if I just swap the cable and plug it in directly. So I found a VGA to HDMI. I got VGA plugged into that one, and it's not seeing it. I didn't hook it up to a different monitor. I mean, I have enough monitors to check. I think I'm just gonna swap graphics cards because I know this monitor worked perfectly fine, and I'm just gonna swap the 560 Ti. So I took the 470 out, put the 560 Ti in it now. Takes two 6-pins on the side. All right. Can't see very well. So the fans are spinning. Ooh, this one isn't. Oh, yeah, it is. It didn't really look like it, but it is spinning. I have it on DVI to VGA, and still nothing. Why? So I was troubleshooting things, you know, life isn't perfect. Things are lame sometimes. So I took out the these two sticks, chilling right there, and I took the graphics card out, tried VGA straight up, like if it was just initializing first right here, and I had to go into BIOS and stuff. See, it's working now. I tried different cables, DVI, VGA, different VGA cables. I got mini HDMI to VGA. I got 1,000 cables. I don't know, like, look at all those boxes full of stuff. But yeah, it's working. The graphics card's working. Everything's working. I'm gonna try to put these sticks back in it after it boots up and initializes, and hopefully we are golden. And yeah, so I think she's looking pretty good for what I have to work with. You know, like I want all the storage that I can, and I want all the fans I can have, and like I'm just trying to make it as nice and powerful as possible, and give away my 760 still February, so somebody can have more power, and you know, putting someone else a little bit first, even though I want that graphics card, you know what I mean, giving away because I'm just trying to help a brother out. Okay, so a couple things. I put the memory back in and it booted up perfectly fine, so I took the graphics card out and put the 470 in it, and it is working. But it's just basic drivers right now. There's no like AMD drivers on it. So, and I also added this. Tell me what you guys think. Up. Sorry. Fail. Okay. Okay, so if I leave it right there, it kind of looks cool, right? Kinda. You might, maybe a little tacky, but I don't know. I think it kind of looks cool. It'll have the panel on and stuff. But yeah, so display driver uninstall DDU. I'm gonna download that and I'm gonna boot in safe mode, and then I'm gonna erase all my NVIDIA drivers and stuff, and you know, any graphics driver, and start fresh and see if I can find a driver that works with this. So this is what it looks like. Oh, stop. Okay, cool. Okay, so this is what it looks like, and then you select your driver, your device that you want to uninstall, and then GPU. And it automatically discover it, and then you can just pick AMD or NVIDIA, Intel. So yeah, you just do that, and then you can update device driver. I've never done this, but I'm gonna usually, right here, this is what you usually do: clean and restart. So it completely erases every driver and just starts fresh. So that's what I'm gonna do. So press shift again to restart, and if it will but yeah, guys, comment below if you want me to take out those green sleeve things, you know, if they look ugly. I mean, it stands out now more than anything, I guess. So, but yeah, this is what it looks like right here. And you go to troubleshoot, and then advance, and then change startup settings right here, and then it's going to enable safe mode right there. Click restart, and then 4 safe mode, and it is a hard drive. It takes forever to boot up. Ugh. Hey, there it is. Okay. I don't need help.
Are you sure about that?
And then I picked the GPU. It was AMD, and then clean and restart. Highly recommended. Let it do its thing. And then I'm going to boot up normally. And I'm going to go to, I think I'm going to try the most updated drivers from AMD, because maybe they fixed bugs and stuff, you know, the last time I tried it, you know, so we'll see. So good. Okay, so Your hardware settings change. Please reboot your computer to take effect. Okay. So all 8 gigs are showing. There's a CPU, Phenom 2X4955, 100% hard drive because you're slow as shit. So it sees RX 470, just basic drivers. I didn't install anything. Usually when you right click, you see Catalyst right here up top. But I'm not seeing NVIDIA control panel. Okay. But I can see GeForce Experience drivers because I did the DDU and erased AMD's drivers. Everything to do with AMD just completely wiped out. But GeForce drivers are still on the PC, so I might just do DDU again and just completely erase GeForce Experience drivers because I don't want anything messing up potentially, and I need this to work. And why do I have AMD Radeon sitting right there? Ugh. Okay, so no NVIDIA drivers at all, just completely vanished. And this, I was watching a video, one of the videos I just did, and it just popped up. So I'm thinking in the background I was downloading the necessary drivers. The code execution cannot process because OpenCL was not found. Reinstalling the program may fix the problem. So, okay. Thanks for that. So I have it installed, it looks like, so I'm just gonna run Heaven and see what I get without it blue screening. If I do, so help me. Oh, where's Heaven? What? Heaven, come here. Oh, there it is. I thought I had it installed. Oh, pin to start. There. Okay, come on, Heaven, you can do it. Again. Okay. Okay, so no NVIDIA drivers at all, just completely vanished. And this, I was watching a video, one of the videos I just did, and it just popped up. So I'm thinking in the background I was downloading the necessary drivers. The code execution cannot process because OpenCL was not found. Reinstalling the program may fix the problem. So, okay. Thanks for that. So I have it installed, it looks like, so I'm just gonna run Heaven and see what I get without it blue screening. If I do, so help me. Oh, where's Heaven? What? Heaven, come here. Oh, there it is. I thought I had it installed. Oh, pin to start. There. Okay, come on, Heaven, you can do it. Again. Okay. So downloading the newest drivers from, I freaking closed the website, but I went to AMD and then I went to driver and then I typed in my graphics card, the RX 470, then it downloaded and I'm installing it now, so just click the one that you need. But yeah, hopefully it's all good. I really hope so, because that would be awesome to get a lot more power and make this, actually usable. Because it was just chilling up here. It was like right here, and this is a 980 Ti that my brother had, and it is dead, not display. It I think the fans kick on, but it's not displaying anything, and it just gave out on him. And then that's a 770, no backplate. That is dead. It was like smoking. So, yeah. Ooh. Look at the new software. So downloading the newest drivers from, I freaking closed the website, but I went to AMD and then I went to driver and then I typed in my graphics card, the RX 470, then it downloaded and I'm installing it now, so just click the one that you need. But yeah, hopefully it's all good. I really hope so, because that would be awesome to get a lot more power and make this, actually usable. Because it was just chilling up here. It was like right here, and this is a 980 Ti that my brother had, and it is dead, not display. I think the fans kick on, but it's not displaying anything, and it just gave out on him. And then that's a 770, no backplate. That is dead. It was like smoking. So, yeah. Ooh. Look at the new software. I forgot what resolution this is testing at. I think 720p high settings. But yeah, utilization is like high 90s and 100%. Just going through different tests. But yeah, I was trying a different game and I was getting 110 FPS on average, but then the GPU utilization was really low, and there was a massive frame drop. So I don't know. But yeah. So we'll see. If it does go blue screen, I'll take it out and then put it in the 560 Ti so we don't have any issues. But so far it's looking good. So I'll keep you guys updated. And hopefully you guys enjoyed this PC build and troubleshoot and benchmark.
I'm following your lead, I'm following this feeling. I'm conquering this fear, I'm busting through the ceiling. I'm following your lead, I'm following this feeling. I'm conquering this fear, I'm busting through the ceiling.
So yeah, 8,278 if you guys also want to do the benchmark. And this is just a demo, so whatever it's defaulted at. There's like 2 resolutions. Mine's in the middle one. It's 720, I think, and then the extreme one, 1080p extreme. So yeah, 56% better than all the results. It's pretty sad.